across the South Coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 3 o'clock. I'm Freddie Kilby, and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. Former Fuller captain Ronnie Gibbons was allegedly groped by the club's late owner Mohammed Al Fayed. She claimed that the boss tried to forcefully kiss her in Harrods department store when she was 20 years old. Fulham have released a statement to offer any help to those affected. Southampton are back in action as they host Leicester City this weekend. The Saints are still searching for a Premier League win this season, but this could be their best chance yet. Manager Russell Martin stressed the importance of getting 3 points against the Foxes.
I think managing big moments better than we have done, and managing tough moments better than we have done. I think the team is growing, but no one cares about any of that if you don't win, so we have to win. And this game is as good as any to get that first win and to really kick us off.
And for Southampton women's, they could be on the bevs, or at least their fans could be, as alcohol might be coming back into stadium terraces. There is a trial coming in to allow the sale of alcohol across 2 clubs in the Women's Championship. The professional regulator is yet to announce the team selected, but there is a chance that Southampton could be one. On Saturday, Eastleigh are on the road as they face Hampshire neighbours Aldershot Town. The Spitfires will be looking for their first win in 5 games. The last time they were away from home, they were held to a draw by York City. And I'm sure you know who the New England manager is by now. But a lot of fans were hoping Eddie Howe would get the call up. However, he insisted that he was not contacted for the job. Instead, he is fully focused on Newcastle and the next game against Brighton this weekend.
For me, it's about Newcastle. It's about trying to win games, and it is hard enough to do that if you're 100% focused, and I always remain that way to my work. But I know that if you drop your levels or your focus, the job becomes impossible. So at no stage have I allowed myself to do that.
Nottingham Forest manager Nuno Espirito Santo will be away from the sideline for a few games. He has been banned for 3 games after getting a red card in retaliation to a challenge made on Morgan Gibbs-White. They host Crystal Palace on Monday. And for you sailors on the Solent, the 7th race in the America's Cup final has just finished. Emirates New Zealand beat Ineos Britannia by 73 seconds in today's race. The Brits now trail 5-2 in a race to 7 points. On to rugby union, and trials for a new 20-minute red card will be tested in the autumn internationals. It would mean that a punished player will still be dismissed for the remainder of the game, but can be replaced by a substitute after 20 minutes. This will likely be handed out for technical offences like accidental head contact. England's cricketers will now have to win the final test match against Pakistan to get a series victory. The 2 teams will meet in a winner-takes-all game, unless it's a draw, of course. England lost the second test by 152 runs, but coach Brendan McCullum was full of praise for both sides.
They were able to get enough runs on the board in that first innings, and the way their spinners operated as the surface started to deteriorate was simply outstanding. Put us under a lot of pressure and we weren't quite able to respond, but some stuff to be proud of, and we look forward to the next test.
In the Women's T20 World Cup, the second semi-final will be getting underway at 3 p.m. as New Zealand face the West Indies. The winner of that semi-final will play already qualified South Africa on Sunday for a shot at the title. And Formula 1 is back after a 4-week break, and it's in Texas, baby. The Circuit of Americas usually hosts great races on the track, but it's the drama off the track that is making noise. Red Bull have had to change an element to their car, which was accused by teams of being illegal. Championship leader Max Verstappen is certain it won't impact the car's performance. We are joined by F1 correspondent Millie Payne for her predictions on the race.
Thank you, Freddie. As you say there, Max Verstappen will still be confident despite the car regulations being changed this weekend. But we can't really tell because he's not still saying much in his press conferences after the controversy a couple of weeks ago. Another favourite will definitely be Lando Norris, who will also be very confident going into the weekend after that 24-second win about 4 weeks ago now in Singapore. It will be tight and tense between the two of them with that championship battle going on. Another driver who I think could have a chance of winning is probably Oscar Piastri. He's great at the sprint races as he got that win in Qatar last year, and he's performed well in this format since then. So I think those three are probably my top three predictions going into the weekend.
Thank you for your input, Millie. And in darts, the final European Tour of the year is now underway in Prague. We are joined by Solent Sports News darts correspondent Jamie Olajinsky, who will take us through the results so far.
Yes, thank you very much, Freddie. As you mentioned, final Euro Tour of the season. That means European Championships positions back on the cards. We've had 6 games played so far in the morning session. Niall Zonneveld, he beat Robert Owen by 6-2, and Richie Edhouse, who averaged just shy of 100 in averages, beat Yuri Brecker, and most recently, literally just coming through, Gabriel Clemens beat Brendan Dolan to knock Brendan Dolan out of the European Championship qualification race. So all action in the darts.
Thank you, Jamie. A women's GB cycling star returns to glory after recovering from a freak accident.
And a remarkable comeback from injury by Katie Archibald, and they've done it. Great Britain are the world champions once again.
Katie Archibald and her teammates won gold in the World Championships in what was a formidable display on the saddle. She missed the Olympics earlier this year after tripping over it in her own garden, breaking 2 bones. An NFL-wide receiver's promising season has come to an abrupt end following a serious knee injury. New Orleans Saints deep threat Rashid Shaheed will miss the rest of the campaign after undergoing surgery to fully repair his meniscus. He was on track to set career highs in receptions, receiving yards and touchdowns. And just to remind you of the top story today, former Fulham captain Roy Gibbons was allegedly groped by the club's late owner Mohammed Al Fayed. That's all from us now. I'll be back at 4 o'clock. Remember, you can keep up to date 24 hours a day on our website, which is solentsportsnews.com. There'll be some great writers providing some great articles on our website.